All right, guys, it is Saturday. This is Rashonda Thornton,
And Natalie Jensitz.
and we're here again with our 30 days and our 30 ways. Today is day 17. No, day 18, as a matter of fact, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yesterday we just made it fun and just shared some fun recipes and just kind of talked about how to make like healthy, balanced meals and just pulling out some of our old appliances and recipes and just kind of get back into the kitchen now that we have more time. But today we are going to keep this positive feeling going, and we're going to talk about how we're going to start living a life of positivity, but also how we're going to project it and spread it to others. Now, I definitely know right now this is probably not the time where everyone's feeling so positive, but it's important for us to start thinking and looking at ways to be positive through these times. Understanding that one thing about positivity, no one just grows up into the world, they just automatically positive. Sometimes they may, but most of the time positivity is a choice. Or is positivity is something that's acquired over time. For example, everyone is not raised the same. So let's say if you were in a family that may not have always spoken positively on people or things or to you, like you may not just naturally have positivity in your life. So a lot of times we're motivated by our surroundings. But think about like how they actually shaped you. You know, did they shape you to progress in your life, to look at the glass as half full, or did it shape you a different direction? So now that we're adults and we cannot change how we were shaped, perhaps we can start working on positivity so we can start shaping perhaps our children or just our loved ones. How are we going to kind of reflect and influence others by finding ways to be positive? I always say, right now, like throughout these times, I'm always looking for positivity. When I see positivity, it makes me smile. Small things to where I'm sure you guys seen those commercials. Natalie, have you seen them? They're the pay it forward commercials.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
one person like opens the door for another person, but then that person, grabs the grocery bag for that person. Like when you do something positive, like it's kind of contagious and it keeps going and keeps going. I thought that was like a great commercial. Or even if sometimes driving down the road and you see these billboards, just a smiley face. You're like, what? What is a smile? But it's only there to just remind you to smile and to be positive, to be happy. And I think those are very important because positivity is something that makes us feel good and it gives us hope. So that's like my perspective on positivity.
It's so true, Rashonda. I was just on a walk earlier this morning and saw a note on the sidewalk that says, "Have a good day." And I'm like, you know what? I should bring a piece of chalk with me next time and write back some messages to people randomly. Why not? So it definitely
Oh,
inspires you to pass it along. I like that.
yeah.
And
Cool.
agree. How you're raised totally matters. And I've been all over the spectrum with this, but kind of the negativity is more innate in my family blood. And I don't think it's been ever intentional. It trickles down the whole family line. So there's been trauma can affect how whether you're seeing things positively or negatively as you grow up too. I mean, that is just research science. So that definitely plays into it, and along with your environment and seeing the glass half full or half empty. Agreed. And what I've learned along the way is sometimes being positive doesn't have to be as outright as being positive. Sometimes it's simply not being negative
Yeah.
and
Just go ahead looking at it. Yeah. That
shutting
was a good one.
the hole when something good is not going to come out of it. And that's not to say that you need to dismiss those feelings completely and ignore them, but maybe do something more constructive with them, like journal about them, get them out on some paper where nobody's going to see it, and you can throw it right in the trash if you want to,
Yeah.
or do your prayer or meditation around it. But you still want to be careful how much time you put against it, because it does feed that your energy level. So it's been a battle for me to overcome through my wellness journey. That's been a big piece of it. When you hold on to all the negative stuff and see things negatively and see every little challenge as a huge, huge obstacle, then it kind of defeats your confidence and just breeds within your household. I can see it when I start to get negative, my husband starts to get negative,
Mm,
and
yeah.
it just brings each other down. So it's definitely worth making a choice and saying, can I feel more positive about this and let go of the negative? What can I do to feel more positive? And yeah, it's definitely, think about what legacy do I want to leave with my kids or the people I'm around all the time. I
Yeah.
have a choice to make a difference. So I think it's worth taking that to heart and not to
Yeah.
beat yourself up over what has been, because I have, see it in my kids where I'm like, shoot, why did I do that to them? But
Yeah.
I know it's not too late to change and remold. So
Yeah.
it's never too late, right?
You're right. And just like you said, whether it's unpositive energy, that's probably not a real word, or it's positive energy or positive, it creates a ripple effect, kind of like, how you're saying, like you recognize, sometimes there's things are not so positive and just how you see it in other people. Like on the flip side, and I don't even realize that people are always saying, Rashonda, why? You're always happy. I like being around you. You're so positive. And like, I kind of like don't know how to respond because I don't think I can say it that it's a choice. Like I choose to find a silver lining. I choose to look at the glass as half full. Is that meaning I'm not looking at reality or just trying to ignore the realness of it? No, it's just what I choose to pick out of that. Like if something bad does happen, I'm going to pull out the pieces that are positive or pieces that I can learn from and apply it. And for me, that's how I can progress forward and not just sit there and wallow in the negativity. It's just, I just choose, like, once again, it boils down to that choice of choosing not to. And when you do that, what I found is that just like not being positive naturally rubs off on others. And a lot of times I think I do it because that's who I am, but I do it even more when I realize how it's helping others to think positive, how it's giving them, hey, I never looked at it like that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Like everyone has different perspectives. So I just choose to find a perspective that can help me grow and move forward. And then it just rubs off on other people, and I think my son, my close family members, I mean, they can all vouch for that. They probably tell you Rashonda is not a negative person. So again, I think it's more about, like you said, Natalie, how are you going to create that legacy? How are you going to, what are you going to bring to the table when it comes to your loved ones? What are they going to look back and say, this is kind of how my mom, my cousin, or my friend handled the situation. I can handle it like that too. Or I can look at it like that too.
Yeah, and totally. I don't think with that, some people are in a place right now that they might be terribly lonely. So I don't want to downplay that either.
Yeah.
Or not terribly lonely, but they might be lonely and just feeling very negative. So it's, reach out to somebody that can help you. Don't think you have to handle it all on yourself or all by yourself. I do have a few things that I like to practice just to try to get things manageable and on a regular basis, because it is a daily struggle for me to be more positive. And even in the smallest things, like you may not think that you're being negative, but you might be, whether you're inserting sarcasm where it shouldn't be, or telling yourself that was stupid, why'd I do that, just all those little things add up. So there are lots of ways that you can turn it around, and just look for one or two that you can start working on. And one of the things, to just keep yourself positive are a few things besides what we talked about of getting the negative feelings out. You can keep a list of things nearby that you love to do and be ready to go do them when you're feeling negative. Have a vision board if you're more of a visual person, of things that make you feel happy and joyful. Have a stash of your favorite commercials that you can replay on your computer if you're at your screen all day and need a little break. Um, Sing or dance. I'm not huge on either, but sometimes if I'm really dragged down, I will do that just to make myself snap out of it. So it's definitely different things that you can do throughout the day to just turn yourself around. But yeah, sometimes it takes more of an effort for some people than others. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it though, you guys. So I hope that you will get some tips out of today's session to be more positive, project more positive energy to those around you, work on it together and figure out how you can feed each other more positive energy and talk through it. So that's it for today, right? Do you have anything
Yep.
else, Rashawn?
Nope.
All right.
That you said it all.
All right. Thanks. And yes, I've never seen Rashonda with a frown, so she definitely is that positive person.
And it's not fake either, guys. I don't even know what it is. It's just
Awesome.
who I am.
It's awesome. So we'll talk to you guys tomorrow and have a great rest of your Saturday.
Yes, enjoy. Bye, guys.